No.
Okay.
No. That just shows that it didn't. Generally speaking, they'll have the same names, but it doesn't look like, for example, okay, store number here links to preferred store number. Oh, right.
Super. But we shouldn't be afraid of that, and that's good to know that they have different names. Yeah.
No, and so here, the detail, it's called RETL_SQU_NO, which must be shorthand for retailer SKU number, but that links to the product code rather than the same name. So, but generally speaking, it will be same thing. So name URMs here are all linked to name URMs. Loyalty URL will be the same as well. So yeah, generally speaking, it is. So just put that instead. And you can do that. You can do Venn diagrams. So which is relatively interesting. I'll talk through how you can do a campaign. You can do that on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. They're really the most interesting bits. You can also do these things here. So I won't go into too much detail, but aggregated value column essentially allows you to do you can do a sum, you can do a max, you can do a count, you can do the average, standard deviation. For me, the stuff that I use, I would use count, I'd use a sum, I'd use a minimum, and I'd use a maximum. That generally are the only ones that I use. Not to say that you couldn't use the others, I'm sure, but I don't think you generally need to use the others. So in terms of the biggest difference with how to use Alterian versus, say, SAS, it just works differently. It's just a slightly different way of thinking about things. So whereas I'm used to writing a piece of code and I can just summarise things quite quickly in a piece of code, you just have to approach it in a slightly different way with Alterian. So things like, if I want to know, let me just think, how would I do that in? Yeah, so if I wanted to know in SAS, using SAS coding, when the last transaction was, or of a customer, for example, I would, or when was their second transaction, for example, I might create that data, I might sort it, and then I might do some sort of loop to go around and work out what that second transaction was.
Yeah, like a retain or something in a data set.
Yeah. You can't do that in Alterian, so you have to find a different way to do that. So for example, if you want to look at the last transaction, instead of using, what you need to do is say, can I have the maximum transaction date that's in the header table?
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which is just slightly different way of getting the same figures, but it's just laid out differently. So, but yeah, I just play around with it, and it does take a little getting used to.
But now we have the X drive there, so we can look at some things tomorrow and try to see some things and so on. So that's good.
Yeah.
You also asked actually about not next week, but the week after.
Yeah. I mean, is that something that suits you guys, or could we just do it on video conference maybe if it's better, or I don't know.
I don't know what's best, but we have discussed it, and we can come over if that's the best thing to do. So it's actually up to you, because I later it's us going to do this reporting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So perhaps it's good for us to sit beside and see what you do.
That's what I was thinking, because there's only a bit, because you know the situation with Paul and Brian?
No.
In the sense that Paul is a contractor?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you know that?
Yeah, we've heard on. They'll be there for the next 4 months or something, 3 months, 4 months, or what is it? Or is it a 12 months contract?
Not have.
Okay.
I don't think so.
But they'll be here for some months, but I think I don't think they'll be here for 4 months. I think Peter might have been talking about me being supporting the account for a few months. I think.
Right.
Maybe. I need to speak to him about that. But no, the contractors won't be with us for it'll be a couple of months. It won't be 4 or 5 months.
Okay, really. Yeah.
So I think it's really important that we have the monthly reporting. We've got continuity, and you guys get to see what the.
I'm also thinking that the today's session was fine on a small screen with poor solution and so on, whereas this is another thing with the monthly reporting, which would be harder to do.
Yeah.
You do. I think you do need. I personally think you need to be here for the monthly reporting.
Yeah. How many days do you think we need to be there?
So we get the data to be able to do the monthly reporting on the Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like night between Tuesday and Wednesday every time.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not like every 5 times and it's delayed, or. No, good, super. Yep.
Yeah, we get it every Wednesday. So,
yeah.
But the monthly reporting, we won't get all the data from IKEA until the 3rd Wednesday of every month, which is really frustrating actually, because it just means that we're really late in the month by the time we actually do any reporting.
But you don't call it a flash report, so you are aware of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we end up with about 5 days then to turn the reporting around and do all the commentary on it. So it ends up being a real struggle to get it out the door and sorted. And it's actually, for the last couple of months, that's not been really true. The reason we've had an issue is because we've had things like the monthly review meetings straight after the Monday and Tuesday of the after the reports are run, which means the guys don't finish doing the reports until say Friday or Thursday, Friday, depending on what report it is. And then the commentary has to be done by Tuesday, unfortunately, which normally would give you lots of time, but we've been running around like headless chickens trying to do all the commentary on the weekend, so that I can then travel to Sweden to do the meetings.
Right.
The meetings. So it's just been really hectic in terms of reporting. But it won't be like that this month, so which is good.
So, and of course, commentary is slightly different from producing the report. But so, what would your recommendation be if we travel over Tuesday after work and arrive Tuesday night, and then we are ready to go?
Start up on Wednesday.
Yeah. Then should we stay Friday through, and
probably would be useful, but I don't think Friday. I think if you could stay Friday morning and then travel back, I think that would be. But
Okay. So our alternative would be to leave Thursday at 3 in the afternoon, and maybe that's not good enough.
No, that would be fine.
Okay.
I think they should be able to have taken you through every single report by Thursday.
Okay, but Thursday 3 in the afternoon. Would that, as we would have to leave the office at 3 in the afternoon then. Otherwise, we'd have to stay till Friday morning, which.
Yeah.
What do you know what would be best? So you can probably give us the advice what to do, so that we can.
Okay. Let me go and speak to Paul, because the thing is, we have 2 lots of reporting to do. We've got Denmark and we've got Sweden. You guys actually only need to see us go through one of them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
To be able to see what.
Yeah.
So let me go and speak to Paul on how long we think that it'll take from Wednesday morning.
Super.
But yeah, thank you.
And you?
Will you write an email so we know what we are going to book?
Yeah. No, I will.